We've got Coach Bankins here. If you have a question for Coach Bankins, please let me know in the chat or by using the raise your hand feature in the Zoom. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Bankins on how camp's going so far. Coach Bankins.
Yes, sir. Hey, Tiger Nation. Camp's going pretty good. We have two great long snappers out there. Grateful to have Joe Doyle here, transfer punter from Tennessee. The kicking battle is going on. We got two good guys, Caleb Hawkins and Noah, battling out, and we'll see where that leads up to.
Terry, and then Evan.
What's going on, Coach? How you living?
I'm living great. I'm in Tiger Nation.
Hey, how has the competition been going out thus far? That not only in the kicking game, but in the punting game and the special team game. How has the competition been developing so far?
Well, we have great tradition of special teams here, so that's awesome. You walk in the room and all the kids are bought into special teams. We have great competition going on from the other positions. We keep points every practice to see. You'll talk to one of my guys that's the point leader right now, Weaver. And then at the punting situation, Joe Doyle is doing a great job, phenomenal job. They say one man's trash is another man's treasure, and Joe's a blessing to have around here. I appreciate those guys at the other end of the state for letting them go. And then, the kicking battle still going on. Caleb Hawkins right now is out in front for that, but we still got a long way to go in camp.
Evan?
Hey, Charles, quick question. You said Caleb Hawkins is leading in the punting or kicking? Just want to make sure.
Kicking. Joe Doyle's punting right now.
Gotcha.
Phenomenal charting today. Phenomenal.
Gotcha. Just wanted to make sure. So I was curious because with the kick return game, I think we may have mentioned, Calvin's being looked at in the punt return, but for the kickoff return, kind of what are you looking at there? I think is Gabe Rogers still in the mix, or kind of how's that kind of going, just working different guys in?
Oh, Gabe Rogers is doing a great job. We've just done our Showtime units, our kickoff return unit. So we just worked that one day. Gabe's good. I think the guys are buying into the scheme. It's not just Gabe. I expect anybody that we put back there to keep up with tradition of Memphis football and have great returns.
And just curious for you, obviously you came here with your big resume and just kind of, your specialty and special teams. When you came here to Memphis, and that was something that's been preached here and developed here, obviously with the great kickers they've had, how seamless has it been for you just kind of fitting into what the kicking culture and special teams culture has been here with your background?
Well, you got to work at everything you do. It's never easy, but you come in here and it's a blessing, just the number of guys that will come by all the time, ask questions. They want to be involved. They want to be out there in special teams. And, with my background being in the NFL, that's a big part of it. I've sat in those draft meetings and they showed me two guys. Coach, here's a linebacker. He's a little stiff, struggles in space, but I think he'll be a great special teams player. Then they present another guy, and he's really good, little stiff at times, but here's his tape of special teams. I've seen the tape. That's the guy I want to take that I've seen do it, that I don't have to guess to do it. So all these guys, I tell them, I want to put your resume out there. I'm going to get you on the field. I'm going to use the fundamentals and stuff that we learned, that we're teaching at the next level. So when you step into camp, it's a seamless transition for you to go and win a spot on special teams.
Frank?
Hey, Coach, I know at this point in time, there's probably still some mistakes being out there made by players and such, but at what point in fall camp do you get to the point where you're feeling like, okay, at this point, our mistakes should be made and we should be, looking like a full product? I
think I don't know if we'll ever get to the point of perfection. We're going to shoot for perfection and hope to land on excellence. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep battling every day, so I give points. I'll give you an example. If we do a drill, you do a rep, and it's a teach tape rep, you get 2 points. You do a very good rep, you get 1 point. All the average reps, we don't count. And that's why we keep score, and guys keep climbing up this point charts right now.
Appreciate you.
All right, last one for Evan.
Charles, you mentioned Weaver is one of the guys that's been on one of the point leaders. What have you seen from him kind of like that's been impressing you? We know that he just got placed on scholarship, but just what have you seen from him that's been earning those points and being impressive so far on special teams?
Weaver is a Swiss Army knife. Everywhere I put him, he does well. I put him back to be an off returner. He does well. I put him on the front line of Showtime. He does well. I moved him 3 times on our punt unit already, and he does well. That's what's great about him. He's a great student of the game. He wants to be great. He works at his craft, and he's on his way to being a pro. We talk about it all the time about be a pro. Every time you step on the field, he's a pro in the meeting room, on the football field, and out in the public.
Does it help too, because he's been here for so long that he understands kind of what it takes, and it's a little bit easier with seniors that, hey, I know what it takes. Let me just show and press right away.
Heck, I don't know. Sure, he's a senior. I don't know that. I've been here since April 12th, so I'm still trying to figure out everyone's name and all that good stuff. Now I'm getting to see what year they're in. But you can tell, I always talk about as you go through this process, you either get it, got it, and give it. And when you come in here as a freshman, you're fighting your tails off just to get it, just to get what college football is all about. Once you get it, you got it. Now you're working on not just the basics of the scheme, you're working on the little intricacies of your scheme and all that stuff. And then once you get to that point, you got to give it. You got to give it back to the guys that come in behind you to keep the program going. So when you're in that NFL locker room, you're over there, not that they bet, but maybe they're betting on their games in the NFL, and they're proud to wear the Memphis Tiger gear in the NFL locker room each and every day.
All right. Thank you, Coach Bankins.
Appreciate you guys.